Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this card making project. In this project we're going to make a gorgeous card for Valentine's Day using lots of Anna Griffin products, including something brand new to me that I'm so excited about. I've been dying to use this on a project for a long time, and now I've got them, and they are the Sentiment Stamp and Die sets. And they're going to be so useful. It's not often I say you have to get something, but you have to get this. Because to me, the chalkboard dies from Anna were the best thing since sliced bread. But now the Sentiment Stamp and Die set, if you have chance to get it, it is going to be so versatile and it is going to be a go-to product. And I just love it already. I'm going to do a dedicated video to it shortly, to show you how to use it and the best way to make lots of sentiments and stamps in different and to stamp it in different ways to utilise it. So don't panic. So right, excitement over. So for everything I do use in this project, I will put in a detailed description on my blog. If you've ever got any questions or comments, please feel free, if you need an answer, to comment on my blog or on Facebook. But if you comment on YouTube, I can't reply to you. I do read each and every one of them, but I just can't reply on YouTube. Okay, housekeeping over. So this is our base card. This is a 7x5 inch card, and to my friends across the pond, it's a 5x7. So this is my favourite size of card, and you can see on our cardometer, to give you a perspective at home, that way we'll do it. That's where our card fits, and it starts with the A4, then the A4 folded in half, which is A5, or across the pond it's A3, and then you can see that the next size down for the A5/A3 folded in half would be A6/A whatever across the pond. I'm sorry, my mind's gone blank, but we're working on the 7x5. So that should give you a good idea at home of the size of the base card I'm using. So we're going to use our bone folder to make sure we've got a nice, sharp crease along the edge, like so. And that will just help it look more professional when it's stood on a mantelpiece. So we're going to do the inside first, and the start of my exciting bit, because I've already stamped the inside using one of the new sentiment stamps from the Stamp and Die set, and I've stamped it using a cherry StazOn ink, but then I've inked it with one of Anna's summer fall 2016 inks, and I've just inked it slightly around the edge, and that, I think, as it is, would be a pretty insert. Oh, I've fallen short of the job. I've got no tape on the back. Panic. Panic. So I'm going to have to use a tape runner. There we go. So we'll just add our tape like so. Good job I have a standby there. And we'll just pop that through the centre of our card. Like that. And then I've die cut using one of Anna's dies from the All Heart die collection, and I've die cut this using the Rose Designer collection paper, and that's the black rose paper, and I just think that's one of the most beautiful papers. It is my favourite paper from that collection, even though I shouldn't have favourites. I know there's nobody listening or watching, so it doesn't matter. I can tell you. I know you're not bothered. So I'm going to position my heart just about there, under where it says I love you. And there we go. Press it down. And that's our insert. And I just think that's nice and simple and classy. Quick and easy. So, because of course we don't sign Valentine cards, so we don't need a lot of room. And now we can turn our attention to the front of our card. All we need for the inside is a big question mark. The only thing is, when I send a Valentine's card, my husband obviously knows who it's from because they know it's an Anna Griffin card. So the sense of surprise is gone there, really. Now, for our first layer on the front of our card, I've got a flock layer from Anna's flock layer collection. I've taken out the centre, and to be quite honest, I prepped a card that we've got coming up next week using the flock, and I needed the centre of it, and I prepped that card before this. So, and then I realised Valentine's Day would be gone before we get to this demo, so I've had to bring this one forward. So this piece is actually a piece from something I'm saving for another demo, so I'm not wasting anything. So I've cut an aperture through the centre of this to save it for another day, if that makes sense, because I like to be economical with my product, and you know, nobody's going to know that you've saved the centre. I've got this double-sided tape on the back of this, and I'm just going to try and position this straight to cover edge to edge of our card, like so. There we go. So now you're thinking, oh, Anne-Marie, there's a bit missing. How are you going to do, you know, what you're going to do there? So I've taken one of the summer fall layers. I've got double-sided tape on the back of that, and I'm going to cover our economical centre. Okay, and then nobody will ever know that it was like that. So we'll position that through the centre, covering the aperture, economical aperture up. There we go. So those are our base layers. Now, what I've done is I've cut 3 hearts out in 3 different materials of paper or cardstock. We've got a metallic foil heart, we've got a glitter heart, and a metallic layer. So what I've done is 2 of them are on flat foil, and one, flat adhesive tape, and one of them has got 3D tape on it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just adding the 2 with flat tape on towards the top of our card, like so, and then the one that's on 3D foam is going to sit on top of the previous 2, like so. Next, I've taken some rose die cuts from the Vintage Garden die cut collection from Anna, and this is relatively new collection here. And I've got 3D foam at the top of it and flat tape at the bottom, and so I'm just literally placing that over the top of our hearts, and the same for the smaller piece of decoupage from the die cut set as well. So those are our hearts and our florals. Next, this bit is so exciting. This is from the Sentiment Stamps and Die Cut collection from Anna. And in the set, you get a range of, I think it's 8 dies and umpteen stamps. And they all mix and match. And you stamp out your base image, you die cut it, and then you stamp out your sentiment and die cut it, and you can add them together. And that will make your sentiment topper for your cards and your projects. So what I've done is I've stamped out the base, and then I've die cut it and I've inked it around the edges, and then there's a long oval die in the kit. So I've die cut a long oval in the same paper as we've used on the background. So I'm adding that over the top of our rubber stamped image for the base. And then I've got the Love You sentiment that I'm going to add over the top of the long oval for our sentiment. And then I'm going to position this, oh sorry, I've got 3D foam on the back of the base layer, and I'm going to position this onto our card just below the rose leaves. And then I'm going to finish this off with a dark red bow, and I'm just going to pop that underneath the sentiment like that, and make sure it's all stuck nicely down. And that's our card finished. That's our inside, and our outside matches perfectly. Stands up nicely. Will definitely go on a mantelpiece. It's a really pretty vintage Valentine card, or a card. It could be used for an anniversary. There is anniversary stamps in the selection with the stamp and die set from Anna, so you could easily change that. It's just such a pretty card and a classic vintage looking Valentine. I just think that is so gorgeous, and the dark colours, a little bit different to the brighter pastels that we've been using just lately. So really pretty idea for Valentine's Day. So I do hope you've enjoyed watching this. Please feel free to share this video or share any of my videos. Please give it the thumbs up. I keep forgetting to say this. Please give it the thumbs up on YouTube. I can't reply to you on YouTube, but I do read all your comments. If you've got anything to say and you want to reply, go to my blog or Facebook. And I appreciate everything that you do say. Your comments are fabulous, thank you. And I really enjoy making the videos, and I'm just so glad that you enjoy watching them. So it just remains for me to say I hope you get loads and loads of Valentine cards. Have a great Valentine's Day next week, and I shall see you on Monday with my next Anna Griffin project and Spellbinders tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.